a little bit since I've checked in on this camera. It's been, gosh, it might have been close to a month at this point, honestly. I know I said that I wasn't gonna, you know, check in every time it was a different day because I've been down here so many different days over the past few, month and a half or so probably. One of the reasons being that the floors got refinished a few weeks ago, so I was out of here for about a week and a half or 2 weeks while that happened. But I am back in here and I am almost done with the tile. I set the this hall bath floor last weekend I think, because vanities were going in. So got this bathroom done. Laundry room's been done ever since the first night. And then I also, last weekend, I set the master bath floor here as well because, again, vanities had to go in. And I have made a lot of progress on the shower. I did this whole wall right here yesterday, along with the accent strip all the way around. We ended up putting it about 1 course higher than we had originally planned. We are gonna have a sliver of tile up there at the top because of the height of the ceiling, but I am really pleased with how clean this corner came out. This is only the second time that I have wrapped a corner like this, mitered both sides and done all the way up to include the accent strip as well. The only thing I couldn't do was the other half of this tile right here because it was so teeny that it wouldn't work, but it'll look just fine once it's grouted. Also, this is, I honestly can't remember what all I said about the niche, but this is, I just you can see where the clips are, broken off behind it. You just clip that full tile in there with no mortar behind it. Allows you to keep tiling up that wall for that day. And then I just came back and popped the clips off this morning. I left some things that I needed for that at home today, so I'm actually gonna get started on that today. The only thing I'm doing is the shower floor itself. I've had it covered up the entire job, so it is beautiful, nice and clean, not damaged or anything. I'll show you guys real quick what we're working with on the shower floor, and then I'm gonna start laying tile. Schluter sells quite a few different drain options for their shower systems, and this is, it looks a little bit more silver on camera, but it's oil rub bronze. It's not quite as dark as that oil rub bronze strip, but it's close. But you basically, it's always this base housing unit is always the same, and then they have different finishes, different colors, different looks. Styles of this finish grate. But you know what, I'm gonna set the camera down. I set the camera down so I can talk about this and show you, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to actually really get the GoPro on it while I'm installing it. But you unscrew the cover, set that aside so that it doesn't get damaged or get mortar on it. But then what you do is you clip the metal part. I've already done it, but you clip it inside this little plastic ring here. And these two plastic pieces are not connected. They are a very tight friction fit. So you can see how I'm kind of sliding it around. But the way it works is that you start with this part all the way down here like this, and you set it in the drain opening and shower pan with mortar all under it. And basically what you do, and it's gonna be kind of hard for me to hold this and do it. I'll actually stand up so I can do it better. This part will sit on the shower tray itself. This part with the little, the bonding flange is actually what this is called. So as you set it in there in that wet mortar, you just push down on it ever so slowly, and it settles down in to the appropriate height. And I'll actually go over here and show you how that, maybe it'll look better. So you would have tile coming up beside it, and you just push down on this until you get it to the appropriate height, wherever it needs to work out with the tile. So the tile would come up to be just barely above this edge so that water flows down and makes it into the drain. And it's super easy to adjust. And these are the tiles that we're doing. They're little 4-inch squares of, they're little 4-inch squares of some sort of natural stone. I'm not entirely sure what kind. But what is very often the case with these drains when we're doing, a lot of times we actually do 2-inch squares, so they're a lot smaller than this. But these drains are sized perfectly so that one tile is the size of the drain. I center my pattern around the drain like so. So there'd be one here, and then next one starts here, so on and so forth. Really, really helpful system. Now if you're using, hexagons or something like that, it's obviously not the same. Actually, the last shower floor I did was 2-inch hexagons. So they had to cut every tile that touched the drain. But very often we're using 2-inch squares on shower floors, and it works out really, really, really well. So without further ado, I am gonna jump into it, get this floor laid, and get out of here for the day. It's Sunday, we got football to go watch. Well, I don't have to worry about it. My Packers already won Thursday night, so I don't have to worry about them winning today. So, but it's still Sunday, still football, so definitely gonna go home and watch some after this. So let's jump in on this floor. There it is. Looks great. All right, I gotta clean up, load up some tools because I am laying tile at work pretty much all week, I think. So can't leave my stuff down here this week. So I'm gonna clean up and get out of here. Be back one night this week. All right, there is the niche cut out. So now all I need to do is basically frame it in with pieces of Kerdi board. I'll put the 4 sides in first, and then that back panel right there will slip right in. No fasteners at all. It's all Kerdi Fix, which is the it's all this stuff right here. Kerdi Fix. It's their sealant and adhesive. This stuff is insanely strong once it's properly applied. So no need for fasteners of any kind in here on this, and go ahead and build my niche. All right, it's just that easy. And before I cover it up with sealer, the one thing you can notice in the corner is how this line right here, this bottom piece right here, the sill piece, is actually sloped a little bit. And that's so that when I set the niche shelf on it, it's already pre-pitched, because I want, of course, high in the back, low in the front, so water will run out of it. But pitching that sill, the Kerdi sill, will mean that I don't have to pitch the actual slab as much, because when I just set it in there, it's already pitched and will be at the proper angle. There we go, all sealed up. So I am just gonna let that sit for a while and dry for a couple hours probably. And I am going to work on all of this other stuff. I gotta finish up the top all the way around. Gotta finish up the bottom all the way around now that I've got the floor in. Need to put the curb cap on, which is right there. So I am just gonna get rolling on all that stuff. It is next day, Sunday morning. And yesterday was the longest day I put in here to date. It was about 8-hour day. I think I had a couple 7-hour days earlier in the project, but long day. However, I got all the tile finished up. Check it out. So all of the tile is officially laid. I won't be grouting anything in the shower today. I just cleaned everything off. Got it prepped for grout, however, because the shower floor and this accent strip up here are both travertine natural stone, I have to seal them. And so I'm gonna do that this morning and then possibly go ahead and grout the bathroom floors. I grouted a little bit where the vanity and where the toilet goes the other day. But my main job this morning is just to get the shower itself cleaned up and go ahead and seal the floor and that accent strip. So I'm gonna do that and get cleaned up, go home and watch football.